All right, so this is our podcast on Bad Teacher, and just real quick, Bad Teacher is about Cameron Diaz, she's a bad teacher, and she basically the plot is she's trying to get money to get a boob job.
Right.
That's the plot.
She's basically gold digging, trying to find somebody to be her sugar daddy for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and she needs to get the fake boobs so that she can get this sugar daddy.
Yeah, and that's all you need to know. So let's just get into what did you think about it?
Okay, so had really low expectations.
Right.
I guess they served me pretty well. Disappointed with the movie, no shocker. It was a pretty flat movie for me. There was not really any interesting or well-written structure to the movie.
No, there wasn't.
The characters in the movie were completely over the top caricatures, but not in a funny way. In an annoying way. There's a redhead teacher and Justin Timberlake, which are both just completely annoying and not in a good funny way. Jason Segel, my boy, came through. I think he was the only redeeming quality of the movie. He was the only normal person in the movie.
Uh-huh.
He's the only non-caricature, just a normal gym teacher guy. Had some good funny moments, but beyond that, it was pretty stale.
I almost completely agree with everything you said. It was just stale. The characters are over the top. There are funny moments, but everyone's annoying. You don't care about anybody. The kids aren't in it hardly at all.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't really think about that, but yeah, you're right.
Like, it's kind of similar to Bad Santa in a way. We might get into this later, but it's a little bit similar, except in Bad Santa there was a kid.
Right.
But in this one there's a couple kids that try to get into the story, but she doesn't really care about them, and it's not cool or it's not a new thing to not care about the kids. You know what I mean? I felt like they were trying to be edgy.
There was no heart or no reason put into the kids being in there. There was a couple kids in there who were there simply for like one scene, for a joke.
Yeah.
That was really it.
And there's and there's a difference between being too cliche in a movie and over like, oh, he's gonna get the girl, this is gonna happen. I mean, there's a difference between being too much of that and not having any heart, no redeeming qualities. Does she even get better in the end?
No. I mean, she falls for the better guy, the good guy, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it's a sexual
beyond
relationship.
that.
And
no, not really.
Yeah, and so I mean, there's just it's a strange movie. I felt strange watching it. It didn't have, like you said, it wasn't cohesive.
Right. And
Jason Segel, he was really good in it, but he was hardly in it. I mean, he was in it maybe 5 minutes. He was really not in it at all, and there's this weird love triangle between Justin Timberlake, who's playing this nerdy teacher, but he's loaded, but he likes this redhead nerdy girl, and there's a weird love triangle. There's a dry hump scene, which is one of the funnier moments. But that being said, I did laugh out loud a few times.
Yeah.
And they were spaced out to where I was bored, and I was getting to the point where I was like fidgety bored, and then it'd be a laugh out loud, and then totally bored, and then one funny thing.
It was a chore to watch.
It was a chore to watch.
Yeah.
But that being said, how can someone else go to enjoy it?
Okay, so
obviously having bad expectations does not help you enjoy this film. Usually that helps. It does not help.
I think if you are maybe a person who enjoys vulgarness for vulgarness' sake, you think that's funny even if there's no real humor behind it. Go in expecting vulgarness just for the sake of vulgarness. There's no real humor behind that. Go in expecting a movie of extreme acting, caricatures.
Yeah.
So if you're into that kind of thing, which can be done well in certain movies, and if you like that, then you might find some enjoyment in this. And go in expecting some good Jason Segel if you're a big Jason Segel fan.
Yeah.
There's some good moments there.
Yeah. I would say don't go in expecting... There's not a lot of vulgarness. I mean, if you're going just for that, I mean, I felt like they were lacking in that if they're trying to be a raunchy comedy.
I guess you are into the vulgarness.
I mean, yeah.
I could have done with less.
It wasn't a gross out comedy.
No, it wasn't gross out.
No.
I guess by vulgarness I just mean language, like F this, F that, and that's funny because she's saying F this, F that.
Oh, okay.
And,
Okay.
sit on my face
Yeah.
that, like, it's
Yeah.
funny because she's saying it. There's no humor
feel
behind
weird.
that.
I feel weird when you said that just now.
It's not funny, is it?
It's not funny, and
Yeah.
it hurt our relationship. Yeah, and I'll just give it away because there's like a dry hump scene. That's it.
That's it?
There's a fart. Isn't there a fart thing? Or bathroom thing?
I don't remember that.
Maybe there's not.
A bathroom thing. I don't remember.
Well, okay, I don't know either now. I also watched Elvira on Netflix, and I'm getting them confused. But, so I would say don't go in expecting a gross out comedy that some people aren't going to find funny, and some people are. A lot of people aren't going to find this movie funny. But, that being said, you can just sit back and relax. It gets better. There are funny parts. And if you just, don't go in expecting to laugh, and you'll laugh.
Yeah.
And also, when we went to the movies, there was a lot of girls there, like a couple younger girls. So maybe you can use it as a bargaining chip. Like, I'll go to this with you, if you go to Transformers with me.
You think a lot of girls are lining up to see Bad Teacher?
There's more girls there than guys, and
yeah.
Girls came in by themselves and in groups. Not by themselves, but in couples.
So what did you think of, off the subject a little bit, Cameron Diaz in this role? Do you think she's not a good comedy actress?
She's not a good comedy actress, and she was just used for people to play jokes around her.
Yeah.
It was just, she had nothing funny. The only time people laughed at her is there's a car wash scene where she's supposed to be washing the cars with the kids. Again, the kids weren't in it at all.
Yeah.
And she just did a funny dance in the car, I guess.
I think there'd probably be legal issues if the kids were in that scene, probably. Barack.
I don't know, kids do rape scenes and stuff. You ever seen Hound Dog?
Boy.
Oh, I just mean. Oh, you mean in the movie world?
Never mind.
Okay. Oh, okay. But just go in. Don't expect something like what was Jack Black's movie where he teaches the music?
School of Rock.
Don't expect School of Rock. Don't expect Bad Santa. Don't compare it to anything else. Go in. Try to laugh when you can. It is possible to enjoy the movie, I think. Would you say it's challenging, but?
Yeah, yeah, I don't think it'd be impossible to enjoy it. It's, an easy movie to watch. It's not, certainly no thinking involved or anything like that. So you just sit back and watch what's in front of you.
I'm interested to see how it does. Can you, do you imagine anyone coming out saying that movie is really funny? Do you think that's going to happen at all? Ever? Okay, I don't either.
It was also paired up against Cars 2.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's the alternative to Cars 2.
Yeah, that's the only other movie that came out, really, so.
Yeah, I feel like we maybe should have done Cars 2.
So, real quick, we forgot to. I have a few movies here that I want to run through, and we'll talk about whether Bad Teacher was better or worse than these movies.
Okay.
So, Something About Mary?
Worse. Way worse.
I agree, way worse.
Not even in the same...
Year One. The reason I say Year One, it's the same director as...
Is it really?
Same writer. Sorry, same writers that wrote Year One.
I think Year One was much better.
Really?
Yeah. I laughed. I could say that movie's funny and not feel bad about it.
I don't know that I'd say much better, but it was definitely funnier than this. Same writer's actually also writing Ghostbusters 3. That worries you a little bit.
Well, the thing about Year One... Oh, okay. Year One was good because this Jack Black and...
Yeah.
Michael Cera. They did everything they could with that role.
I Love You, Man?
Way worse.
Yeah, it was way worse than that. Knocked Up?
Way worse than Knocked Up.
Bad Santa?
Way worse than Bad Santa.
There's really... I couldn't find any comedies that would be kind of controversial and maybe possibly better than this.
Yeah.
That are related to it at all.
What would you say it's the most like out of those comedies? Because it is a weird movie.
Year One, I would say probably.
Yeah.
It's just because Year One was also a very weird comedic. Like it had a weird structure to it. It was a very weird movie.
I feel like he encourages improv, and these guys just could not improv with each other. Like, that was one thing.
Which is weird because I think they're kind of known for being improv-y. There's the female teacher who's from The Office and.
The female teacher from The Office was funny, but she was way over the top, and you really wanted to punch her in the mouth.
Yeah.
And then they should have had the secretary, the redhead secretary, be the redhead teacher. Because I feel like maybe it's a role kind of designed for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, just no, improv was terrible in this movie, and that's why it could have been a good movie maybe if they had improv more. Hard to improv with Cameron Diaz. It is. I mean, I could feel them struggling.
Yeah.
Like her and Timberlake used to date, you know? You thought they'd have a good, like, banter or something, but I just felt bad for both of them.
Yeah, she was the weak link in the movie.
Weak link. And her face was very puffy in some shots. Did you notice that?
I had to go there.
I mean,
I had to go back to the...
I know, I just feel so...
Look, I mean,
it must be worse to once been really attractive and then to, you know, try to rest your laurels on that. I mean, not to bring up physical appearance, but, you know, I get better with age, and I'm happy about that.
Thanks for watching.